In many faiths, it is thought that the human soul is immortal, therefore making it supernatural. We as human beings are much more powerful and resilient than we realize. We as a species have survived the unforgiving tests of Mother Nature, epidemics, genocides, collapsing of civilizations, and, of course, numerous personal tragedies. Your soul only surrenders when the decision is consciously made. That is not to say that everything can be done by sheer force of will, but is a huge factor in how you interact with your environment. I believe the writer of Undertale calls the will of the human soul determination, which is the subject of today's video. Returning personal evil, kindness, and mercy can turn the hearts of the aggressor. However, that kind of love can only be given when the individual himself has been loved. How can one give when they have not received? That is symbolized by the character Toriel in Undertale. She desperately tries to shield Frisk, knowing full well that their sacrifice will result in freedom for people. Rebecca Sugar's Steven Universe took a similar pacifist approach in that Steven was able to make friends from enemies because of the love he was surrounded by his entire life. Keeping with the comparison, Steven Universe's Peridot and Undertale's Undyne are products of their societies, and where they did what they thought was best for both themselves and their respective communities. But then they had a change of heart when they experienced the kindness of Steven or Frisk. Undyne and Peridot are not evil, just misguided. But isn't that the same story as some individuals or members of hate groups in the United States of America? Gerald Davis, who got about 200 Klansmen to drop their robes, shared his experiences with the KKK with Joe on episode 1419 of the Joe Rogan Experience. He described how some people inherit the ideologies of the Klan through their families, local pressure, or assimilation. That's about from 74 to 7550 if you want to check it yourself exclusively on Spotify, which I'm okay with, but I know some people aren't, so that's okay though. Anyways, exercising mercy is one of the great human characteristics that we can exhibit as the main themes of both Steven Universe and Undertale. However, mercy can also be a weakness. An obvious one is being subject to betrayal by dishonest souls. In Undertale, pacifist Frisk is extremely frail, making this adventure unbelievably difficult. But in the end, when facing true evil personified by the tortured and nihilistic soul of Asriel Demir, it is your friends, the majority of them pacifist Frisk that once faced in combat one way or another, that protects them from said evil. On the dark side of forcing one's will upon others, we come to the tyrannical nature that's examined by genocidal Frisk. If the player squashes everything that opposes them, they quickly discover how easy it is to do it again and again before they are the most powerful force in the underground, the lone exception being Sans. But seriously, where did this come from? And where was this in the pacifist run?
Bruh.
Boy, you didn't do anything. But I digress. Let me know your theories in the comments below, cause I haven't a clue. Anyways, back to Genocidal Run. Because of the decisions of Genocidal Frisk, the citizens of the underground, rightfully so, run and hide for their lives. Business owners even sacrifice inventory, therefore their entire livelihoods, or the most expendable employee, for fear of their safety. Therefore, the tyrant is a lone and pitiful soul. So says Aristotle in Politics. Evil Frisk is the sole reason of the pain Sans experiences, witnessing his one and only brother die at their hands, which jumps him to Super Saiyan Blue, apparently. Therefore, the tyrant betrays the true purpose of his soul, which is to pursue virtue, as said by Aristotle's mentor, Plato. In true literary justice, genocidal Frisk's tyranny ends at the hands of the necromanced Chara, who I know they are a different person, But for the sake of the argument, this Chara is an even more sinister version of Frisk, awakened by their evil deeds. Similar to that of the Balrog of Morgoth, awakened by the endless greed of the Morian dwarves in J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. That is, the hunger that is never satisfied, the thirst never quenched, the ambition never realized, and results in self-destruction and of those around the individual. If you ask me, I believe the complete pacifist philosophy is a foolish one. If one lives long enough, one can see that not everyone can be redeemed, largely because they do not have desire to due to their own ignorance or stubbornness. So now I turn the question towards you viewers. Do you think I'm right about the message of Undertale? Is this about the power of the human will? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, this has been IronBriggz Critique. Stay beautiful, and see you all next time.